In the modern workplace, success no longer depends solely on individual brilliance. It depends on collaboration, emotional intelligence, and team harmony. As companies become more cross-functional and agile, one truth becomes clear: putting the right people together is just as important as hiring the right people. Misaligned team members can result in miscommunication, reduced productivity, and emotional burnout. But when a team is designed with self-awareness and complementary personalities in mind, it becomes a powerhouse of synergy. Facial profiling offers an untapped advantage in achieving this. Every face tells a story, and when building teams, understanding those stories can prevent conflict before it even begins. Consider the example of two employees working on the same project. One has high, arched eyebrows, indicating a deep focus on detail and planning. The other has straight eyebrows, driven by logic and practicality. If both are placed on the same task without understanding each other's cognitive approach, frustration can build. The detailed planner may think the logical thinker is rushing, while the logical thinker might feel the planner is overcomplicating things. But with awareness, this duo can be a perfect match, one bringing depth, the other speed. Now, let's take another scenario. A team of developers is struggling to meet deadlines. The manager is becoming frustrated. Upon facial profiling, it is discovered that several members have inward tilting eyes, indicating focus and structure, while the manager has wide-set eyes reflecting a big-picture thinker. This mismatch in focus can create misunderstandings. The team wants step-by-step instructions. The manager keeps speaking in goals and visions. By understanding this dynamic, the manager can adjust the communication style, and the team becomes more responsive and engaged. One of the most important facial indicators for team harmony is the chin. A strong, protruding chin often reflects perseverance, assertiveness, and even dominance. Individuals with such a feature are natural leaders or competitors. When two dominant personalities are placed together without clarity of roles, clashes are almost guaranteed. However, if one is assigned a clear leadership role and the other a challenging but individual task, both thrive without stepping on each other's toes. It's not about avoiding strong personalities. It's about aligning their drive with the right mission. Then there are the cheeks. High cheekbones generally belong to individuals who are used to being seen and heard. They have presence and they want influence. Low cheekbones suggest humility, the desire to contribute without seeking attention. In teams, these roles must be balanced. Too many high cheekbone individuals, and you'll have competition for attention. Too many low cheekbone individuals, and you may lack initiative. A well-mixed team, where influence and support flow naturally, creates a beautiful rhythm of productivity and respect. Facial symmetry is another powerful tool for team selection. Individuals with symmetrical faces are typically perceived as emotionally balanced. They may act as the emotional anchors in a group. When conflicts arise, they bring calm and perspective. Having such individuals on each team ensures that pressure doesn't break the spirit of collaboration. On the other hand, asymmetrical features often indicate creative or unconventional thinkers. They may not always fit neatly into structures, but bring breakthrough ideas when supported correctly. Pairing them with stabilizers leads to innovation grounded in reality. Let's not forget the lips. People with fuller lips tend to be expressive, outgoing, and verbal. In brainstorming sessions, they will be the first to speak and share. Thin-lipped individuals, however, are usually reflective, precise, and economical with words. They may sit quietly during meetings, but their thoughts are often sharper and more refined. A good leader doesn't ignore the quiet one. They draw them out, pair them with someone expressive, and value both energy and insight equally. Another feature to consider is the forehead. Vertical foreheads indicate long-term thinkers. These people plan, anticipate, and hate surprises. In contrast, sloped foreheads suggest quick, instinctive thinkers. They adapt fast and often lead during crisis moments. A team with only long-term thinkers may move too slowly. A team full of quick reactors might miss depth. But a team that blends these two thinking styles handles both planning and pivots with grace. Profiling foreheads during team setup helps ensure cognitive diversity, which is the backbone of innovation. The eyes are, perhaps, the most emotionally revealing part of the face. Downturned eyes reflect introspection, calmness, and sometimes hesitation. Upturned eyes often show optimism, ambition, and sociability. A team needs both. The optimistic ones push for progress and motivate others. The introspective ones caution against risks and slow things down when needed. Without this balance, teams either become overly ambitious and burn out or become too cautious and miss opportunities. Facial profiling helps maintain this critical equilibrium. The nostrils also carry meaning. Flared nostrils during rest indicate a higher energy level and assertiveness. Narrow nostrils suggest someone more reserved and thoughtful. In group dynamics, this energy distribution matters. Having a team full of high-energy individuals can be overwhelming. All may want to lead. In contrast, a team of reserved thinkers may have brilliant ideas but hesitate to take action. The secret is in the mixed balance energy and execution for optimal performance. Facial profiling also allows team leaders to identify emotional pressure points. Some individuals may appear calm but have subtle facial tension in the jaw or eyes, indicating suppressed stress. Others may display open emotional cues, revealing burnout or disengagement. By training leaders to spot these cues, facial profiling becomes a real-time diagnostic tool to check team health. You no longer need to wait for surveys or resignations to understand what's wrong. You can see it, sense it, and intervene before it escalates. Moreover, this method is non-intrusive. It doesn't require tests, forms, or simulations. It simply involves observation, awareness, and understanding. With proper training or software assistance, companies can implement facial profiling ethically and effectively. It enhances the soft skill of empathy with the sharp edge of science. In the age of AI and automation, this human understanding becomes your competitive edge. In hybrid or remote teams, facial profiling becomes even more crucial. When communication is limited to video calls, we miss many in-person cues. But facial structure remains consistent. It gives clues to a person's decision-making style, their communication preferences, and how they manage stress. Remote team leaders who use facial profiling can manage team dynamics more intentionally, even from a distance. It becomes the bridge between physical absence and emotional presence. Of course, facial profiling is not meant to stereotype. It's not about reducing people to their face. It's about elevating how we understand them. It's about giving teams a chance to succeed not by force, but by design. When every member feels seen, understood, and placed in the right role, performance becomes natural. Conflicts reduce, trust builds, and collaboration flows. Imagine a workplace where introverts and extroverts work in harmony, where strategic thinkers and fast movers complement each other, where leaders lead with understanding, not just authority. Facial profiling helps create this reality. It empowers you to build not just teams, but tribes groups that resonate with a shared rhythm of purpose and potential. In our next episode, we'll explore how facial profiling helps in identifying leadership potential and grooming future leaders. You'll learn how to spot visionaries, strategists, motivators, and stabilizers just by understanding the cues hidden in their faces. Until then, remember this: great teams are not found. They are built with awareness, empathy, and intentional design.